So yesterday while I was teaching lessons, one of my students asked me, where do you put your weight aid when you're in a half pass? And at first I started with the jerk answer, which is, well, you always sit in the middle of the horse. But I knew what she was after, and she was looking to understand how you use the transfer of your weight to help your horse understand that they need to continue to bend around your inside leg, but yet at the same time go sideways. So it actually reminded me a little bit of my ballet days. And so I'm going to go through the explanation a little bit for you on how I use my weight when I'm thinking about the shoulder in, and then how I change the use of my weight when I go onto a half pass. Doing a shoulder in, we use our inside hip. So if we're doing a shoulder in to the right, our inside hip is asking the horse's inside hind leg to step under the body, and they're going to be bent around our inside leg while creating a 3-track movement. So I use my inside seat bone and think about pressing the horse's hind leg under. So how that relates back to my ballet days is if I'm going to do a shoulder in right, I think about how I would do a tendu with my back leg. So if I take my weight and I have it all standing on my inside hip, I'm not leaning, I'm not throwing my body weight, but I'm balanced with everything over my right leg. And then my outside leg is reaching back, and it's just guarding so that the haunches don't step away. Then, when I go to transfer to make a half pass, I think about engaging my outside hip so that I'm creating a wall that asks the horse to step sideways and sideways with every stride. So I still keep my inside hip engaged, I keep my inside hip down, but then I think about the idea of plieing into fifth position, lowering onto that back leg, taking weight through my outside hip. So I don't disengage my right side, I don't lift my right hip up to then shove the horse over. I keep this grounded and low, like I'm sitting into it, so that I still have the horse wrapped around my inner leg. But at the same time, I lower and engage my outside as well now, so that I can ask the horse to step across. So for my shoulder in, my inside hip is down. I'm thinking about my ballet days being a ballerina, tenduing out to the back. Then when I go to make half pass, I lower that outside hip, round my outside shoulder, round my outside seat bone, and then that's going to be the guiding aid that sends the horse across the arena. Before we go into half pass.